What's up, guys? It's your boy DJ Richie Sky back with another video. Okay, so I have started a new channel somewhat. So this is Richie Sky in real life, which means this is going to be a channel that's really based on my life, story times, questions that you guys have maybe asked me that I didn't get a chance to answer before in another random video. And so this will be less news and more of my personal life and lessons that I've learned, things that I've gone through, and any type of, I guess, real life lesson that could apply to you. So if that's the sort of thing that you're interested in, make sure you guys keep it locked onto this channel. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button so I can get those numbers up. So today's topic is really more of a story time, and I get this question a lot. You know, I was on a show on Bravo called Stripped. So in the show, basically what we did was they took all of your possessions for 21 days and you're left with nothing. And each day you get one thing back. But what I did not know at the time was that they would also be taking my clothes. So that meant that I would be naked on national television. So I can definitely say, I can really fully say I have been a stripper and I stripped on national television, and this is what happened. Okay, so here's the story. For a lot of people who have asked this question, like, how did you do it? Why did you do it? How did it come about? I'll go ahead and give you the full story. That way it's all out here for everyone to know, to understand, and for you guys to get it. Okay, so here's what happened. In about 2016, in around April, I think I saw a posting or something like that on Craigslist for, you know, an experimental reality show on Bravo. So already my spidey senses went up and I said, ooh, I think I want to do that. Now at the time, I'm really kind of a private person. I mean, I'm kind of a private person now still, so nothing's really changed in that regard. But what I will say is that, again, it was Bravo. So I'm thinking to myself, this is the network that I love. I talk about this on, you know, other platforms. I'm a reality show, like, obsessed person. So I thought to myself, well, why not? Why not do this, okay? So submitted my information, got a call from production, and they wanted to set up an interview. So I did the interview, and this is something really good for you guys to know if you are an aspiring reality TV star or an aspiring actor, or maybe you want to get on a game show or something like that. Check out Craigslist. Now, a lot of that stuff you can't really trust, but some of it you can. So you got to just kind of weed in and weed out the things that are going to be good for you and the things that may not be good. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I got a call from production. I think I got an email. Yeah, it was an email. So they wanted to set up a Skype meeting. So I said, okay, cool. So we have this 2-hour Skype meeting. I remember sitting in my apartment in LA, you know, and I'm giving it to them. I'm giving them personality. I'm giving them everything that I got. So I could tell based on the interview that they were loving it. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like in person, when you meet me, I'm kind of quiet and reserved. But as soon as the camera turns on, it's like magic. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I felt good about the audition or whatever. So a couple of months go by and I hear nothing. And I'm not stressing them. So I'm not gonna email them to find out, well, hey, did I get the gig or whatever? So the next thing I know, I think it was maybe like 2 months later, I saw online, and this is why you gotta kind of read the trades. Read the magazines, Hollywood Reporter, Variety, stuff like that. Become familiar with the industry that you wanna be in, okay? I remember reading that Bravo had greenlit several shows, and one of them was the show Stripped. So I knew it was called, and again, I'm thinking it's called Stripped. So I'm thinking to myself, based on what we had been given, that was gonna be what it was. But I don't think it really hit me at the time when I saw the title that I would be naked. I thought it was just stripping you of your possessions. So I'm thinking that can be kind of challenging. I'm thinking you're still gonna have your clothes. Anyway, don't think anything of it. I ended up getting a new job, you know, at a live streaming company, but that live streaming company was also live streaming not only musical artists, but it was also streaming, can I say that on here? It was also streaming porn. So there's that. Okay, so I did work at a company that live streamed music and live streamed porn. Don't ask. Anyway, fast forward a couple of months, I think it was probably about 6 months later, I get an email from a production. I think it was a text message. Hey, are you still interested in this project? So I'm sitting at my desk at work, not looking at the porn in the background, but I'm sitting at my desk at work and I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, yes, I'm still interested. Like, I want to do this. Like, what's up with it? It's Bravo. Why not? I want to go on Watch What Happens Live. To be quite honest with you, I think that was the main reason that I wanted to do this, was so that I could be on Watch What Happens Live and meet Andy Cohen at the time. Because at the time, I fancied myself as, I'm going to be the next Andy Cohen. I'm going to be the black Andy Cohen. At least that's what I was thinking in my head. Not so much nowadays, because I feel like I found my own identity. But at the time, you know, you got to aspire to something. So anyway, I remember getting the text message and I said, okay, yes, let's go for it. I'm down. Let's do it. And so then, let me tell you what they did. They sent me over the contract. Woo! And if you have ever seen a reality TV show contract, you will know that it is a little scary. It's a very thick son of a gun, okay? It's thick. It has a lot of things, a lot of legalese, a lot of jargon that I had no idea what it was. But at the time, I mean, I didn't have a whole lot of money. I did have a cousin, or an auntie, I guess, who is a lawyer. So I did send it over to her to read. Okay, so she skimmed over it. It's not her area of specialty, but she was willing to help me out. So I said, okay, you know, she said, well, it looks okay. There are some things here that I don't like. But at the time, I'm thinking to myself, but I still want to do it. So she was like, okay, well, go ahead. So what I did was I did a little negotiating. I did that on my own. I don't know if anybody else did that, but I know I did it. So I did a little negotiating and got everything that I thought that I wanted, or everything that I thought that I needed at the time. What I will say is, for any future aspiring reality TV show stars or whatever the case may be, definitely have a legal team look over any documentation that you may get, because, you know, with Bravo, I definitely felt like I could trust them. But for a lot of these shows, you don't know what they can do with the footage. You don't know what they could do with your image, and you don't know what they could do with any residuals that you earn as a result. So you always want to be sure that you know what you're signing. And I can say that I didn't know everything that I was signing, but I knew enough to at least have someone look over it on my behalf. Okay, so it gets down to about a week or two before it's time for me to actually film, and I meet with production. And so they tell me at the time, and they take me to dinner to this. So I felt like they were taking me to dinner to warm me up a little bit. They wanted to warm me up to sort of let me know what the deal was gonna actually be. And it was at dinner that night, 2 weeks before I was set to actually film, that we actually found out that I was going to be naked. Now, at the time I said, okay, I took a couple of drinks, and I said, fine, it is what it is. It's Bravo. I trust them. It's going to be what it's going to be. So 2 weeks later, they get to the house. It's like 10 to 12 people there, executives, film crew, and they're moving stuff out of my house. And I've never had that many people in my apartment before because I'm a private person anyway. So they're taking stuff out of my house, and I'm like, you know, oh my God, it's a lot going on right now. So after a day of filming, it was about 12 hours, I think. At the end of that 12, maybe it was like less than 12 hours. I don't know. It was like 12, I don't know, 8 or 12 hours. It was a very long day. At the end of a very long day, they're like, you finally have to do it. At this point in time, I knew I was gonna have to take off my clothes and strip on national TV. And I did it. And to be quite honest with you, it felt slightly liberating, but it also felt slightly exposed. Like, I actually felt like I wish I had worked out a little bit more before I had done that, because I was thinking to myself, you know, do I look fat? But regardless, it all worked out fine because I knew that they were gonna blur it out. And as a result of that, I am in the space that I'm in now. It's interesting because I thought that stripping on TV and being on a reality TV show would prohibit me from having the opportunities that I actually wanted later on in life. But it hasn't stopped me from being able to do anything that I've wanted to do. I've been able to work on news shows, be a guest host on news shows, contribute to shows like Good Day DC. So to me, I feel like it was an opportunity that I took. I took a chance on something that I wanted to do. And I exposed the real me on national television. And I think that for me, it worked to my benefit. And I think the lesson that I learned is that you can get further in life just by being yourself, by being your true authentic self, stripping it all down, taking it all away, and showing the world who you really are. It will take you a lot further than actually trying to be somebody else or not knowing what you want to do at all. So if I can impart you guys with any advice, it would be that. Go ahead, take off your clothes, do it all, do whatever you want to do, be yourself. That's the end message of all this. So listen, I want to say thank you guys for tuning into this video. We're going to be coming out with a lot more content on this channel. So please, 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 y'all, subscribe to your boy's new channel. Let's get these numbers up, and I will catch you in the next video.